Chosen ones, pay close attention. This may be the last message God has ever sent to you. The time is now. If you are watching this, it is no coincidence. God has exhausted all means to reach you, and this is your final opportunity to align with His divine purpose. Not merely a warning, but a divine urgency that you cannot afford to ignore. What God is about to reveal could change everything you have been praying, hoping, and waiting for. A breakthrough is on the verge of manifesting. The desires you have long held are no longer dreams. They are about to become your reality. However, here is the cold, hard truth. If you do not act on this now, if you are not prepared, God will have no choice but to move on. This message is intended for those who are truly ready to receive God's blessings and are aligned with His guidance. If you represent the 98% who continue to reject God's call and refuse to fully embrace His guidance, this may be your last chance. God has exercised patience, giving you time to make the right choices and to prepare for what is coming, but that time has run out. If you do not respond and if you do not act, God will withdraw His guidance. Now is the moment for you to decide. Will you heed this warning, or will you allow this last opportunity to slip by? If you truly are a chosen one, you will recognize this moment as a turning point in your life. Your spirit already knows that God is speaking to you now. Before we proceed, please pause this video and do 3 things. Hit the like button, subscribe to this channel to help us reach 5,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. This powerful number will send an amplified signal to the universe, aligning your energy with God's purpose. Be aware, if you are unprepared to receive this message and you ignore the warning, you may never get another chance. God is not going to continue reaching out indefinitely. Stay with me until the end, chosen one. Your life is about to change in ways you cannot even fathom, but only if you are ready. Let's delve into the truth that could transform everything for you. This may be the last message you ever receive, a message straight from the heart of God. In the midst of everything happening around us, the time has come for a crucial decision, a moment where your entire life can pivot. God is speaking to you now. This might be your final call, your last chance for spiritual awakening. Do not ignore this message, for it may truly be your last opportunity to embrace the transformation that God is offering you. Are you ready to answer the call? Will you make the choice that will shape your future? God's love is always available, but sometimes, due to our choices or distractions, we miss the moment of divine intervention. It is easy to think we have time, yet the truth is that the window is closing. If you feel God stirring in your spirit, do not hesitate. Embrace the guidance being offered now. Once the chance passes, it might never return. You are being called to act now, to step into the fullness of God's plan for your life. And this message is not just another video. It is a divine invitation, an opportunity to awaken to a higher purpose and to experience a transformation that will impact every area of your life. Your destiny is waiting, and this message is the gateway to that transformation. Will you step through? You are one of the chosen ones selected by God for a divine purpose that surpasses your understanding. It is no coincidence that you found your way here today. The moment has come for you to embrace the transformation that God has been preparing for you. Your journey has meaning, and now that meaning is about to manifest in ways you never imagined. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail and preparing your heart, mind, and soul for this moment. It is time for you to rise and step into the fullness of your potential. You are being called to something greater than yourself. Now is your time to shine. allowing God's light to illuminate every dark corner of your life. Do not let this opportunity pass by. Transformation is seldom easy. It is often filled with struggles, doubts, and challenges, but these challenges are part of the refining process. God's transformation is beautiful. It leads you from glory to glory and from strength to strength. The time for change is now, and it starts with your willingness to embrace the calling that is uniquely yours. We have reached a pivotal juncture in our spiritual journey, a point of no return. God is calling you to make a choice, one that will determine the course of your life. There is no room for mistakes now. This is the time for clarity, for decision, and for action. The stakes are high, and the moment of truth has arrived. It is not a time to waver or hesitate. Every choice you make counts. God's love is immeasurable, yet so is His justice. Those who turn away from His guidance will find themselves left behind. The time for lukewarm faith has passed. Now is the time to step boldly into the purpose God has laid out for you, or risk being left in the shadows. The door to transformation is open, but it will not remain open forever. The opportunity to act is now. What will you choose? Will you step forward in faith and trust God? Or will you allow fear and doubt to hold you back from the transformation you were destined to embrace? God's love is the ultimate key to success, not just in your spiritual journey, but in every facet of your life. When you open your heart to God, everything changes. You no longer need to strive on your own. His love will empower you to overcome obstacles, achieve your goals, and experience true peace. This love is the foundation of success, both materially and spiritually. Imagine living a life guided by God's love, where every obstacle is met with confidence and where joy envelops you. This is not a fantasy. It is God's reality for you. When you walk in His love, doors will open and opportunities will flow your way in ways you never expected. You will no longer be limited by your own power, but will operate in the mighty power of God. God's love brings not only success, but also fulfillment. You might accumulate material wealth, but without God's love, it means little. It is His love that nourishes your soul, bringing peace in turmoil and strength during hardship. Each time you disregard God's guidance, you drift away from the very blessings you seek. We often believe we know what is best for ourselves, yet we fail to see the bigger picture. God sees everything. His guidance is not merely a suggestion, but a lifeline. Rejecting it risks missing out on the divine plans He has for you. The consequences of ignoring God's guidance may not always be immediate, but over time, you will see ripple effects in your life. Relationships may suffer, opportunities may be lost, and a sense of emptiness may emerge. When you turn away from God's voice, you abandon the source of true fulfillment. Remember, God does not impose His guidance upon us. He generously offers it, leaving the choice to us. Will you continue to ignore His voice, or will you humbly open your heart to His direction? He is not just guiding you. He is offering protection from harm and navigation toward your highest potential. If you've found yourself drifting away from God or depending on other sources of guidance, now is the moment to reevaluate your path. Life is filled with distractions, making it easy to stray, but God is always waiting with open arms, ready to embrace you, no matter how far you have wandered. His love is unwavering, and His grace is perpetually available. Now is the time to return to the pathway that leads to life, peace, and purpose. God's arms are wide open, inviting you back home. He does not condemn you for past mistakes. Rather, He wants to restore and renew you, deepening your relationship with Him. If you feel lost or confused, do not hesitate to turn to Him. He has been longing for this moment, and He is prepared to lead you back in ways you never thought possible. Surprisingly, 98% of people receiving spiritual messages daily still refuse God's guidance. They hear the call and feel the stirrings within, yet they turn away, distracted by worldly noise and their own doubts. Only a small fraction, just 2%, are ready to respond to God's call, to rise above challenges, and to trust in His guidance. The difference between these two groups is faithfulness. The 2% remain steadfast in their faith, facing mockery, rejection, and the pressures of life while trusting God completely. If you want to be among the 2% who experience the fullness of God's blessings, now is the time to renew your commitment to Him. The road ahead will not be easy, but the rewards will be worth it. Stay faithful, stay focused, and keep trusting in God's plan. The path of faith is often challenging. Many will mock or try to dissuade you from following God's guidance. Remember, it is on this path where spiritual victories are achieved. Those who endure in faith amid trials are the ones who truly experience transformation. Your victory lies not in escaping rejection, but in rising above it. Mockery and rejection can sting, but they are not indicators of failure. Instead, they often signify that you are fulfilling God's purpose. Embrace these challenges. They are opportunities to strengthen your resolve. Victory comes from enduring with faith, knowing that God's love will see you through. When you stand firm in God's truth, unconcerned by others' opinions, you become victorious. Your faith can serve as an anchor amidst the storms, and God will reward your faithfulness with abundant blessings. The sting of mockery and rejection will fade, while your spiritual victories will endure forever. The power of God's love is unmatched. It is transformative, healing, and life-altering. If you have been battling struggles or feeling lost, know that God's love is ready to awaken something extraordinary within you. This awakening will not only be spiritual, it will touch all aspects of your life: relationships, work, health, and purpose. When God's love inundates your life, everything changes. His love will reveal your true essence and ignite a passion that no obstacle can extinguish. You will view the world through new lenses, filled with joy, peace, and purpose. This divine awakening is about more than just feeling good. It is about becoming who God created you to be. Embrace this gift with openness, surrender your fears and doubts, and let God's love transform you from within. His love's power surpasses any challenge, guiding you through life's difficulties. God is preparing you for a second awakening, an extraordinary event that will alter your life. This experience is not just another moment. It is a profound transformation that will reinvent your worldview and your place within it. If you thought your first awakening was profound, prepare for the second to yield even deeper insights, greater understanding, and a more meaningful connection with God. In this second awakening, you will shed old fears and doubts, emerging from confusion into clarity. You will grasp your purpose in ways you never imagined and feel God's presence in every facet of your life. This second awakening is not simply about a closer relationship with God. It is becoming who you were always meant to be. This transformation will be a defining moment. Once you fully embrace it, there will be no returning to your old ways. Decisions will come with newfound peace and clarity, aligning you with God's will. Previously impossible goals will become not just possible, but inevitable. God is ready to unlock your full potential. Prepare for a change that will redefine your life. The transformation brought about by God's love is not subtle. it is radical. It is a complete shift in your self-perception, your worldview, and your connection to all that exists. God's love is not simply an emotion. It is a transformative force that can alter your life in an instant. His love doesn't merely make minor adjustments. It rewires your entire being. Prepare for a change that will shake you to your core. This is not a gentle touch. It is a comprehensive renewal. God is about to perform something profound in your life. You will feel it in your personal relationships, your career, physical health, and spiritual well-being. Deep-seated pain will be replaced with peace and joy. Your mind will be renewed, and your heart will blaze with purpose. Welcome this radical change. Open your heart to God's love and allow it to shatter the walls you've built around yourself. This transformation is about more than enhancing your current situation. It is about creating an entirely new you. Prepare for God to lead you into a future more radiant and fulfilling than you ever envisioned. One of the greatest gifts God offers His children is divine protection. In a world rife with uncertainty and fear, knowing that God watches over you provides unparalleled peace. This protection extends beyond physical safety. It shields you from spiritual and emotional harm as well. Regardless of where life takes you, God's protection will serve as your shield. When you trust fully in God's protection, fear has no place in your heart. His love becomes your armor, and His power serves as your defense. You need not carry the burden of anxiety. God has promised to care for every facet of your life. Finances, family, health, under His vigilant supervision. There is no issue too formidable for God, and no adversary too powerful for His protection. This divine shield is a reminder that you are never alone. In chaotic or unpredictable times, you can find solace in knowing that God is safeguarding your every step. Rely on His protection, and you will walk through life with peace that is beyond comprehension. Betrayal can inflict deep wounds, whether it is from loved ones, friends, or mentors. The hurt can cause you to question everything. Yet the truth remains. God specializes in turning our deepest wounds into sources of immense blessings. He takes what is meant to harm and uses it to drive you towards something greater. Your pain is not the end. It is the beginning of a beautiful new chapter. God's love has the power to heal your deepest hurt. He does not merely cover your wounds. He transforms them into powerful testimonies of His goodness. When you allow God's love to flood your life, you will see how He turns betrayal into blessing. Relationships that once brought you pain will be supplanted by stronger, more meaningful connections. Your confidence will be restored, and your faith will deepen more than ever. Through trials, we often discover the most profound blessings. God is turning your narrative of betrayal into a triumphant story. Trust Him, and you will witness how His love elevates you beyond your wildest imagination. As you embrace God's transformative love, you not only change inwardly, but also how the world perceives you. People will start to notice something remarkable about you. You will emerge as a person of influence, not due to your own efforts, but because God's love radiates through you. This is not a quest for fame or recognition. It is about embodying peace, kindness, and compassion. The more you reflect God's love, the more others will naturally gravitate toward you. They will respect you because they recognize something genuine and authentic in your life. You will not have to force influence. It will occur naturally because God's love is magnetic. When you walk in His love, you inspire others to follow suit. You will become a beacon of God's grace, and your life will resonate with profound significance without uttering a word. This is the kind of influence that truly matters, one that guides hearts toward God, healing, and peace. To embody God's love is to mirror His character, impacting everyone around you. Your influence will extend beyond your words. It will be woven into every action you take. This is the final call, the moment of truth. The time to prepare for what is coming is now. God is making His move, and those who are ready will experience transformation in unimaginable ways. However, those who choose to delay and ignore His call will be left behind. This is not an empty threat. It is reality. God has been reaching out to you for a long time, but the window of opportunity is closing. If you have been waiting for the right time, your wait is over. The right time is now. Now is when you must act, step into God's purpose, and embrace His love and transformation. Do not allow this moment to slip away. Prepare your heart, mind, and spirit for what God is about to do in your life. The path to transformation is available, but only for those who are ready. Make your choice today. Do not wait until it is too late. God offers you the chance to experience His love, protection, and transformation. Will you step forward, or will you remain behind? The decision is yours. Get ready. The time is now. A divine shift is underway, ushering you from struggle into abundance. Life can often feel like a series of challenges, with obstacles appearing around every corner. However, these struggles are part of a divine plan, preparing you for greater things. You are being equipped for a season of abundance, a time when what you have diligently worked for will finally manifest in incredible ways. This shift is not solely about material wealth. It encompasses abundance across all facets of your life: relationships, health, spiritual growth, and emotional well-being. As you align with God's will, you will witness the fruits of your labor appear in ways that defy comprehension. The abundance God promises is not merely for you. It extends to everyone you touch, a ripple effect that will bring blessings to your life and the lives of others. During this time, you may perceive little change, yet remember, growth takes time. Trust the process and remain rooted in faith. The struggles you have endured have fortified your character and prepared you for this moment of breakthrough. God's timing is perfect, and now is your opportunity to enter the abundance He has prepared for you. As you embrace this divine shift, keep your heart open to receiving beautiful blessings. Sometimes we become so accustomed to struggling that we forget how to accept with gratitude. Understand, abundance is not just about acquiring more, but about being more peaceful, more loving, more aligned with your higher purpose. Step into this new season with an open heart and observe your life flourish in ways you never thought possible. There are unseen forces at work in your life, angels constantly guiding, protecting, and supporting you on your journey. While you may not visually recognize them, their presence is undeniable. They work tirelessly behind the scenes, orchestrating events and circumstances that draw you closer to your destiny. Even when you feel alone or uncertain, you are surrounded by heavenly beings committed to assisting you. Angels serve as messengers of God's love, providing guidance, comfort, and protection during your times of need. They intervene in your life in ways you may not even recognize, placing you at the right place at the right time, safeguarding you from danger, and leading you toward divine purpose. You may discover that when you are at your lowest, a surge of inspiration, a timely call, or a moment of clarity directs you. These instances signify angels at work, catering to your needs and nudging you toward spiritual growth. Their guidance often manifests as intuition, dreams, or an inexplicable feeling of peace, reminding you that you are never alone. God's promise to you is unwavering. No matter where life finds you or what struggles you face, He will never abandon you. In moments of despair, it may feel as though everything is falling apart. But remember that God is right beside you, lifting you up with His eternal love. His faithfulness is unwavering, and His promises remain true. He will never forsake His children. Walking through life's valleys may make you feel forgotten, yet God's unwavering love remains constant, guiding you through every dark moment and leading you toward the light. His promise is not merely comforting, it is a living truth evident in every blessing, every answered prayer, and every instance of divine intervention in your life. The assurance that God will never forsake you means that even during your deepest feelings of loss or loneliness, you are always within reach of His embrace. His love is unchanging. It is always present, always abundant, ready to support you as you confront life's challenges and uncertainties. Hold fast to God's unwavering promise. It will ground you when the storms come. Trust that God will carry you through, and His love will guide you safely across every trial. Doubt can serve as a formidable hurdle in your spiritual journey, sowing seeds of uncertainty, clouding your vision, and obstructing your capacity to fully embrace the transformation that God has planned for you. However, liberating yourself from doubt is crucial to unlocking the fullness of your spiritual potential. When you release doubt, you create space for faith, belief in God's ability to transform your life. Spiritual transformation begins when you decide to trust in God's promises, even in uncertain circumstances. It is easy to doubt when life does not proceed as planned, but God's ways surpass ours, and His timing is faultless. As you step out in faith, you will see doubt lose its hold over you. Your conviction will strengthen, and confidence in God's plan for your life will flourish. Breaking free from doubt necessitates renewing your mind and aligning your thoughts with God's truth. Shift your focus to His promises rather than the challenges that confront you. Remember, God is greater than any obstacle, and with Him, all things are achievable. As you meditate on His word and place your trust in His guidance, radical transformation will emerge in your life. As you embark on this transformative journey, you will discover that peace derived from trusting God will far outweigh the uncertainty that doubt brings. You will walk with enhanced clarity, aware that God's hand is guiding you every step of the way. Your spiritual path will become vibrant, fulfilling, and purposeful as you release doubt and embrace the truth of God's love. The power of divine timing is profound. Everything in your life unfolds as it should at precisely the right moment. While it may not always be apparent why certain things have yet to materialize, remember that God's timing is neither early nor late. It is always perfect. Now is the moment for you to step into your purpose. We often rush or force outcomes, leading only to frustration and disappointment. However, aligning with God's perfect timing results in effortless progression. Closed doors will open, and the opportunities you have awaited will manifest unexpectedly. Divine timing reminds you that there is no need for worry or haste. You must simply trust. At this time, God is preparing you for something extraordinary. The circumstances in your life are being aligned for success, growth, and transformation. It is essential to recognize that this present moment is precisely where you need to be. The lessons, growth, and preparations all serve a purpose. Trust that now is your moment to embrace the next phase of your journey. Live this moment with faith and confidence. Do not second-guess or question God's plan. This is the time for action, to step out in faith and trust that God is guiding you precisely where you need to be. Divine timing is working in your life, and now is your time to shine. A new era is unfolding in your life, one shaped by God's hand. The past had its place, but now you are being ushered into a new season filled with endless possibilities and divine opportunities. God is redefining your destiny, calling you to a future far beyond your previous imagination. This new era is signaled by growth, transformation, and empowerment. A time when you will discover your true potential and embrace the fullness of your purpose. The constraints that once held you back are being shattered, and God is opening new doors that will guide you toward a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Redefining your destiny does not entail altering who you are, but awakening to the fullness of who you are meant to be. God has a unique plan for your life, and in this new era, He will reveal that plan to you gradually and intricately. The challenges and obstacles you have faced no longer define you. They are shaping you into the person God designed you to become. Embrace this new era with faith and anticipation. God is moving powerfully in your life, leading you into a season of unparalleled favor and success. Trust in His plan and move forward with confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come. Pain is an inevitable aspect of life, but it need not define who you are. God has a plan to transform your pain into something powerful, something aligned with His greater purpose. Every hurt, heartbreak, and loss contributes to a grander narrative of restoration. Through God's love and healing, your pain will metamorphose into a powerful drive toward your purpose. Restoration is not about erasing past experiences. It involves utilizing the lessons gained from them to create a future that is meaningful and rewarding. God's plan for your life encompasses turning your struggles into victories. The pain you have endured has equipped you with the wisdom, strength, and resilience to help others navigating similar experiences. As you welcome God's plan for restoration, you will discover that past pain will lose its power over you. Instead of serving as a source of humiliation or regret, it will become a crucial part of your testimony, a narrative of God's grace and transformation. Your purpose will become clearer as you allow God to heal you and guide you towards a future aligned with His will. Trust fully in God's healing plan, as His vision for your life exceeds anything you could conceive. As He restores you, He will also use your transformed life to bless others. Your pain will serve as a powerful instrument for His kingdom, allowing you to walk confidently and clearly in your purpose. Faith is not forged in comfort. It is built in moments of trial and tribulation. It is during the challenging times that we learn to rely on God's promises and develop resilience. Embrace these moments, for they deepen your relationship with God and strengthen your resolve. As you navigate this journey, remember that God's plans for you are filled with hope, light, and transformative love. Be persistent in your faith and trust that He is working for your good in every circumstance. Your patience, endurance, and faith in God's plan will yield a harvest more abundant than you could ever imagine. Stay committed to your spiritual journey with the knowledge that God is always by your side, guiding you through every trial and blessing you abundantly as you take steps of faith. The best is yet to come. Lean into God's love, trust in His divine timing, and step boldly into the future He has for you. Chosen ones, listen closely. What I am about to share is not something that can be overlooked. It is something that God has determined must be revealed to you at this very moment. If you are watching this video, it is no coincidence. God has brought you here for a reason. Something incredibly powerful is unfolding in your life and cannot remain hidden any longer. God acknowledges that you may not feel ready, but that is exactly why He is disclosing this to you now. The time has come for you to enter a new chapter in your life, one where the things you have been praying for are no longer mere dreams, They are on their way to becoming your reality. Yes, God has decided that it is your time. The shift you are about to experience will be unlike anything you have felt before, and the urgency of this moment is undeniable. Things are aligning in your life more quickly than you can imagine, and this happens for a reason. This is not just a change in your mindset. It is a divine, energetic transformation that will elevate you to the next level of your spiritual journey. As a chosen one, you are about to witness everything you have hoped for come to fruition, leaving you in awe of God's power. Before you step into this destiny, it is important to understand how this shift works so you can align yourself with this divine flow. But before we dive deeper, take a moment right now to hit that like button and subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers. Leave a comment with the number 99. This number symbolizes your signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of what is manifesting. If you are truly ready, continue watching because deep down in your spirit, you know this message is meant for you. If you are not ready for what God is about to do in your life, you may not make it to the end. However, if you are prepared, everything will change for you from this moment onward. Get ready, for God is no longer keeping this hidden. He has determined that this is your time. Now, let us delve into the matter. You have always sensed that there is something different about you, have you not? A stirring deep within your soul, a whisper from the universe. God is about to reveal something monumental, something that will shake you to your core. The truth you have been waiting for is here. This moment, this message, will change everything. No longer are you just wandering through life. You are here for a divine purpose. You have not arrived at this moment in your life by accident. You have been chosen. There is a power within you that has been dormant, waiting to be unlocked. The universe has guided you to this very instance to hear this message. God is calling you, and it is time to listen. This is not mere coincidence. This is destiny. Your soul is about to undergo an awakening, and you will not remain the same after this. You may have felt a sense of urgency, a pull towards something greater. This too is not a mere coincidence. God has been trying to get your attention for a reason. You have been selected to fulfill a greater purpose, and today is the day you will begin to grasp the magnitude of that calling. Are you ready to respond? The truth is that your life was not an accident. You were not merely born into this world by random chance. You were brought here by divine will, a meticulously orchestrated plan from God. Every single step of your life has been part of a grand design. Your path, your struggles, and your triumphs were all meant to lead you to this moment. You may have wondered at times why things did not always seem to make sense, but that is because your journey was never intended to follow the ordinary path. You are not meant to live an ordinary life. God specifically chose you to bring something extraordinary into this world. Your existence has purpose and meaning, and everything you have experienced thus far has prepared you for what is to come. You were placed on earth at this exact time and in this particular place for a reason. There is no mistake in your existence. The universe has conspired to bring you to this point, and now it is time for you to fully embrace the reality of your divine origin. You are part of a plan that is far more significant than yourself, and you are being called to awaken to that truth. Upon reflecting on your life, you may have been led to believe that your earthly parents were your only source of existence, but the reality is much deeper. Your true origin lies in the spiritual realm. Your parents were merely the vessels through which you entered this world. They may have nurtured, raised, and loved you, but your soul was birthed through divine will, not human conception. Understanding this is essential if you wish to unlock your true potential. You are not defined by the limitations of the material world. Your true identity and purpose come from a higher place, and your spiritual lineage is where your strength lies. That divine connection has always resided within you, patiently waiting for the right moment to awaken. While your parents were the ones to guide you in the physical world, they could never have bestowed upon you the power and purpose innate in your being. The divine energy within you transcends earthly bloodlines, and it is time to embrace that power. You were chosen even before birth to follow a path that would lead you back to your true self. The story of your family runs deeper than you might realize. A powerful legacy has been passed down through generations within your bloodline. Perhaps one of your ancestors was chosen in the same manner as you are now, divinely selected to carry a purpose, a higher mission. That legacy has been entrusted to you. The powers you feel stirring within you are not random. They are part of the inheritance passed down from those who came before you. You are the living embodiment of their legacy, and now is the time to embrace the divine calling that has been handed to you. Your ancestors paved the way, and now it is your turn to fulfill what they could not. This legacy is not simply a piece of your family's history. It is a living, breathing force within you. The energy of your lineage flows through your veins, and it is time to honor it. You possess the potential to achieve what those before you could not, and your mission is far from over. Throughout history, individuals have transcended the physical limitations of this world. They did not merely live and die as ordinary humans. They reached a pivotal point in their spiritual journey where their bodies transformed into something far greater. This transformation is termed the crystalline body, an ascension to a higher state of being. These individuals attained the ultimate level of spiritual evolution and were taken from the earth in what is referred to as the rapture. Now, this transformation is available to you. You carry the same divine energy that can lead to this extraordinary state of existence. Your soul has the ability to evolve into something far beyond what you can presently conceive. This is the future that awaits you, but only if you answer the call. If you choose to embrace your true identity and step into your purpose, you will not just exist, you will transcend. The process is not simple. It requires dedication, discipline, and an unwavering faith in your divine purpose. However, should you embark on this journey, you will experience a spiritual transformation that will change you forever. You will become part of a higher, more enlightened existence, and when the time arrives, your body will ascend just as the great ones did before you. Within you lies a hidden power, a divine energy that you have only just begun to tap into. Over 100 divine abilities reside within your soul. These powers are not random. They are manifestations of God's own energy, gifts that have been handed down through the ages. Some of these gifts are meant to heal, others to manifest the desires of your heart, and some enable communication with the divine. Yet, you may not fully comprehend these abilities at this moment. You might have experienced instances where you sensed something extraordinary happening within you, but you struggled to explain it. These sensations, urges, and intuitions are the awakening of your divine power. Perhaps you have already glimpsed the extent of your capabilities, even if you did not initially recognize them for what they were. It is time to awaken to these powers. The more you align yourself with your divine purpose, the stronger these abilities will become. However, unlocking them necessitates focus, patience, and the willingness to believe in something greater than yourself. You must trust that these gifts were bestowed upon you for a reason, and that you are meant to utilize them to fulfill your higher mission. If you have ever felt an undeniable pull toward God, a sense that something deep inside you yearns for divine connection, this is not mere coincidence. It is the awakening of your spiritual DNA. Your soul carries a profound connection to the divine, and it is this bond that is calling you home. The urge you feel is not simply a passing thought. It is a powerful force activating your higher self. This longing to be closer to God and to comprehend your true purpose is a sign that your spiritual gifts are coming into being. The more you accept this pull, the more you will unlock your full potential. However, this requires you to surrender to that calling, trust in the process, and allow the universe to guide you toward where you need to be. The activation of your spiritual DNA is a gradual process, but each step you take toward God brings you closer to understanding your true power. Do not ignore the call. It is your divine blueprint awakening from deep within. You were born with a treasure trove of spiritual gifts, each uniquely designed to help you fulfill your purpose on earth. These gifts are not always apparent at first, nor do they readily manifest in the way you might expect. Some are meant to heal, others to help manifest your desires, and some even grant you the ability to communicate with higher beings. However, these abilities are not always activated immediately. They lie dormant, awaiting the right moment to be unlocked. That moment is now. As you align more closely with your spiritual path, these powers will begin to emerge. They are not random abilities. They are divine tools intended to assist you in fulfilling your greater mission. It is crucial to understand the purpose of these gifts. They are not for personal gain, but to serve the greater good. Your powers are meant to bring healing, light, and truth to the world. As you step into your true purpose, these abilities will guide you in ways you could never have imagined. Some of you may feel a calling to heal others, to bring peace and comfort to those in pain. Others may possess the ability to see beyond the physical world, perceiving truths and events that others cannot. Still, others may have the power to manifest your deepest desires, creating the life you envision with nothing more than focused intention. These abilities are not arbitrary. They are gifts meant to guide you on your path. As a chosen one, you have access to a myriad of spiritual gifts, and it is time to begin using them. Your abilities are not intended to be hidden or feared, but embraced. They are part of your divine purpose, and the world needs your talents now more than ever. However, with these abilities comes responsibility. You must use them wisely and for the greater good. When you embrace your true calling and align with your higher purpose, your powers will become more potent and aligned with your mission. When that occurs, the world will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. You may have felt as if you did not fit in with the world around you, as if you were an outsider, someone with a deeper calling, yet unsure of how to express it. This sensation arises because your true identity lies not in the material world, but in the spiritual realm. You come from a royal bloodline, one that transcends the physical and reaches into the heavenly realms. This royal lineage signifies that you are destined for greatness. You carry within you the blood of spiritual royalty and are meant to rule, not in the earthly sense, but in the spiritual realm. Your path is that of spiritual leadership, guiding others with the wisdom and grace derived from your divine heritage. Embracing this truth is essential for unlocking your full potential. When you acknowledge the power that accompanies your spiritual lineage, you begin to assume your true role in the world. You are a leader, a guide, and a beacon of light for others to follow. Life on Earth is filled with challenges, but these challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to test your strength, resolve, and ability to remain true to your divine purpose. The material world serves as the training ground for your actual mission, what you were sent here to achieve. When you pass the tests of the physical world, you begin to step into your spiritual power. Your mission does not conclude once the challenges subside. It continues as you rise above them and step into your purpose. The obstacles you encounter today are stepping stones to a higher calling. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to strengthen your faith, and to prepare for the greater mission ahead. Your true work begins once you have passed the material tests, and only then will you be fully equipped to fulfill your spiritual destiny. Unlocking your divine powers does not happen overnight. It requires daily practice, consistent spiritual discipline, and dedication to transforming your life from the inside out. Each day, you must commit to aligning your mind, body, and soul with the higher vibrations of the universe. It is not enough to simply believe. You must practice the techniques that will enable these gifts to emerge fully. One powerful method for activating your spiritual abilities is through daily meditation and prayer. Take time every day to connect with the divine. Start by quieting your mind and listening to the whispers of your soul. Ask God to guide you, to reveal the path, and to help you access the divine energy within you. Your daily routine should include moments of stillness, when you can hear God's voice and strengthen your spiritual connection through practices such as sleep meditation and sacred prayers at 3 a.m. You will begin to align yourself with higher frequencies. These sacred practices have been employed by saints and prophets for centuries to receive divine guidance, and they hold immense power. Over time, you will notice subtle shifts in your life. Your intuition will grow stronger, your dreams will become more vivid, and you will feel increasingly in tune with your divine purpose. This marks the beginning of unlocking your hidden powers. There exists a sacred window of time revered by mystics, saints, and prophets throughout history. The hours between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. During this time, the veil separating the physical world from the spiritual realm is at its thinnest. This time serves as a portal through which divine wisdom and guidance flow most freely. When you wake at 3 a.m. and offer a heartfelt prayer, you open a powerful channel to receive messages from the higher realms. The 3 a.m. prayer portal is not merely a specific time. It is a spiritual practice utilized by those who have traversed this divine path before you. In these quiet, still moments, God's voice is clearer. The answers you seek, the clarity you need, and the guidance you crave can all be found during this sacred hour. As you pray, permit yourself to be fully present in the moment, surrendering to the divine wisdom flowing through you. By incorporating this practice into your daily life, you open yourself to receiving direct guidance from God, your higher self, and even divine beings such as angels. The 3 a.m. prayer portal is key to unlocking your higher potential and aligning your soul with your purpose. Do not underestimate the power of this time. It holds the ability to change your life in profound ways. Have you ever experienced a sudden surge of energy that you could not explain? Or perhaps a deep, intuitive knowing that something was about to happen, only for it to come true? These are signs that your divine abilities are already awakening. You may have had experiences when your intuition guided you in ways that defied logic, or you might have healed someone without even realizing it. These moments are not random. They are glimpses of the power you hold within. You may have felt an overwhelming pull towards certain places, people, or situations, as if you were being directed by something greater than yourself. You have likely experienced moments of deep connection with the divine, instances when you felt truly aligned with your higher purpose. These signs are proof that the spiritual gifts you possess are already active within you. The question is, are you ready to harness them? It is easy to dismiss these moments as mere coincidences or strange feelings. However, if you pause and pay attention, You will see that they are divine messages. The more you acknowledge these signs, the stronger your connection to your powers will become. Trust that your abilities have always existed within you. They have been there all along, waiting for you to embrace them. This is it, the moment you have been waiting for, a moment that will change your life forever. You have felt the stirrings within you, the call to something greater. Now it is time to step fully into your destiny. This is your breakthrough, the moment when you cease living in the shadows and step into the light of your true calling. God has chosen you for a reason, and the time to answer that call is now. The journey ahead may not be easy, but it will be worth it. You will encounter obstacles, doubts, and challenges, but remember that these are merely tests of your faith and strength. Each step you take toward your divine purpose brings you closer to fulfilling your soul's mission. The universe is aligning in your favor, and this is your hour to rise above the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary. Do not let fear, doubt, or uncertainty hold you back. This is your time to shine. The world needs your light, your gifts, and your purpose. Step forward with confidence, knowing that you are supported by the divine. Your breakthrough is here, and it is time to claim it. This is your calling. Do not let it slip away. There are truths about you that have remained hidden for much of your life. These are not just basic truths easily grasped by the human mind. They are profound, soul-shaking truths locked away until the right moment, and that moment is now. God is opening your eyes to a reality beyond the physical, a truth that surpasses time and space. This is the revelation you have been waiting for. Your life has been filled with questions, doubts, and moments of confusion. But that was all part of the divine plan. The truths that have remained veiled are finally being unveiled. These truths may astonish you or provide clarity to things you have always felt, but could not fully comprehend. Either way, this revelation is a gift, one that will illuminate your path and empower you to embrace your destiny with full awareness. As the truth begins to unfold, you will realize that it is not solely about your past. It is about your purpose moving forward. You have navigated life with pieces of the puzzle, but now the complete picture is coming together. The mysteries of your soul, your powers, and your divine heritage are being revealed. It is time for you to fully embrace your spiritual calling and recognize that you were never meant to live a small life. This knowledge will be transformative. It will instill in you the confidence to take the next steps on your spiritual journey. Embrace the truths that are coming to light, for they will awaken you to your true purpose and help you recognize that you were always destined for something much greater than you ever imagined. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of restlessness or an inexplicable discomfort in your soul that kept you up at night? Those sleepless nights and waves of inner turmoil are not random or mere signs of stress. They are spiritual alarms. Your soul is trying to communicate with you, signaling that something within needs to be addressed. These sensations should not be ignored. They are the cries of your inner self urging you to awaken. Restlessness serves as a powerful spiritual signal, often occurring when you are out of alignment with your true self, when your purpose feels distant or unfulfilled. This internal struggle can manifest as physical symptoms, insomnia, discomfort, or emotional pain. But it is not something to fear. It is the universe's way of calling you back to your higher self, reminding you that there is more for you to discover and achieve. This discomfort is your soul's message. It is time for change. Pain, too, serves a purpose in this spiritual awakening. It propels you toward healing and growth. Whether emotional or physical, pain can serve as a gateway to self-discovery, forcing you to confront aspects of yourself that require attention, parts that may have been ignored or suppressed for far too long. Instead of fleeing from the discomfort, embrace it. Understand that these sensations are guiding you toward transformation. As you learn to heed these spiritual alarms, you will find peace in their messages. Restlessness will give way to clarity. Sleepless nights will yield divine insights, and pain will transform into healing. This is the process of aligning yourself with your higher purpose. Trust in your soul's guidance, and as you listen, you will step into a deeper level of peace and understanding. Have you ever felt misunderstood or isolated from those around you? This experience is common for many who are spiritually awakened. The people in your life may be unable to comprehend the vibration you carry within you, and that is perfectly okay. Not everyone is meant to understand your journey. Your energy is unique, and not everyone exists on the same spiritual frequency. This does not imply that you are flawed or that your path is incorrect. It simply means that you are operating at a different level. Your vibration is the frequency of your soul, reflecting your spiritual growth, experiences, and divine purpose. Those who have not yet awakened, or who are not on the same spiritual journey, may not resonate with your energy. They may struggle to understand the changes you are undergoing, or your path is uniquely yours, and it requires no validation from others. At times, the closest individuals in your life may even resist your transformation, as it challenges their beliefs and understanding of the world. This resistance can feel painful, but it is essential to remember that this is part of your growth. You are breaking free from old patterns and limitations, which can be uncomfortable for others to witness. Yet, as you continue to evolve, your energy will serve as a beacon of light for those who are ready to awaken. You are not alone on this journey. While others may not fully understand your vibration, your presence will inspire them. Your light will attract those who are prepared to discover the truth of who they are. Trust that, in time, the right people will align with your energy. Until then, embrace the uniqueness of your journey. It is meant to belong to you alone. The struggles you have faced, every hardship, every challenge, have not been in vain. These trials have shaped you, preparing you for something greater. Your pain has been the crucible in which your spirit was refined, and now you are ready to claim your spiritual crown. Every moment of suffering has contributed to your divine training, guiding you toward your ultimate purpose. You are being prepared for greatness, and now is your time to shine. There is a saying, you do not receive the crown without enduring the struggle. In the spiritual realm, this statement holds profound truth. Every obstacle you have encountered has shaped you, building your resilience, strength, and wisdom. Without these challenges, you would lack the capacity to bear the crown of your spiritual destiny. Having overcome, you are now ready to step into your rightful place. The crown symbolizes more than just honor. It epitomizes your spiritual evolution. It signifies your growth, your triumph over adversity, and your readiness to lead in the higher realms. As you rise above the material world, you begin to embody the qualities of a true spiritual leader: compassion, wisdom, strength, and grace. You are no longer bound by past struggles. Now, you are prepared to embrace your power. Wear your crown with humility and pride, knowing that every struggle you have faced has led to this moment. The kingdom of the Spirit is yours to rule, and you are now fully equipped to lead with love and light. The crown is not just a reward. It epitomizes your spiritual journey, your perseverance, and your dedication to fulfilling your divine purpose. Have you ever felt out of place, as if you do not quite fit into the surrounding world? Your sense of disconnection has a deeper reason. You are spiritually engineered, crafted by divine hands for a purpose that is far beyond the ordinary. Your soul was designed to fulfill a unique role, one that necessitates qualities and gifts that distinguish you from the crowd. The feeling of being different, of standing apart from others, is not a defect. It is your divine design. You were never meant to blend in. The unique qualities you possess, your intuitive insights, your connection to higher realms, your gifts, are all part of a divine blueprint. You were created to stand out and shine in ways that others may not comprehend. This is because your mission diverges, your purpose is unique, and you have been spiritually engineered for greatness. Occasionally, being spiritually engineered means enduring isolation or misunderstanding. It may feel as though those around you do not appreciate your worth or recognize your potential. But keep in mind that you are not meant to be understood by everyone. You are destined to lead, guide, and elevate the consciousness of those who are ready to receive the truth you hold. Your difference is your strength, and it is this very uniqueness that empowers you. Embrace your spiritual engineering. The world needs your light, and the people around you require your unique gifts. Do not shrink back from your divine design. Step into it with confidence. You were created for this moment, for this purpose, and your role is vital in the grand plan of the universe. As you advance on your spiritual journey, you may begin to notice changes, not just in your mind and soul, but also in your physical body. This is part of the crystalline body transformation, a phenomenon occurring when chosen ones reach a certain level of spiritual maturity. The crystalline body represents the next stage of evolution for those who have aligned themselves with their divine purpose. It embodies pure light, an evolution that signifies your readiness to transcend the physical realm. This transformation is not merely metaphorical, it is a genuine physical process. As you grow spiritually, your body becomes lighter, more attuned to the divine frequencies of the universe. You begin to shed the limitations of the physical world and vibrate at a higher frequency. The crystalline body is characterized by purity, transparency, and the ability to channel divine energy. It serves as the perfect vehicle for the soul, enabling you to function as a spiritual being in a physical world. The process of transitioning to a crystalline body may feel intense. You may experience physical sensations such as energy surges, heightened intuition, or even changes in your appearance. This is the body's natural response to the influx of divine energy. As the transformation unfolds, you may feel more connected to the divine, more in tune with the universe, and increasingly capable of manifesting your true purpose. Embrace this transformation with faith and trust. It is a sign that you are evolving into the person you were always meant to be. The crystalline body is not merely a physical shift, it signifies spiritual mastery. As you continue to ascend, your abilities to heal, connect with divine beings, and manifest your desires will grow stronger. This is the gift of the true chosen one. Your body is becoming a temple of light, ready to carry you into higher realms. For far too long, the royalty within you has remained concealed. The divine essence of your soul, the spiritual nobility you carry, has been dormant, waiting for the right time to rise. You were born into this world with the blood of spiritual royalty flowing through your veins. Circumstances and material challenges may have dulled your awareness of this truth, but now is the time for that royalty to awaken, and for you to assume your rightful place. Spiritual royalty is not about material wealth or social status. It is about the divine authority that flows through you, the connection you have to the higher realms, and the power you possess to effect change in the world around you. If you are currently viewing this video, it is not by chance. God has guided you here because something significant is about to unfold in your life. God declares, Money will come by itself. Indeed, you have heard correctly. God has taken charge, alleviating you of the worry that previously consumed you. You are now on the path to wealth. Your financial struggles are drawing to a close. The prosperity you have longed for, prayed for, and anticipated is no longer a mere dream, but it is already making its way to you. The kingdom of wealth is calling out, and God is actively orchestrating everything that is happening. This experience represents more than just a shift in mindset. It is a spiritual and energetic transformation. As someone chosen by God, you are entering a period where things will soon fall into place with astonishing speed, leaving you in astonishment. However, to fully connect with this divine transition, it is crucial to understand its workings and confidently step into the manifestation of your desires and abundance. Before we delve into this life-altering message, please take a moment to pause the video and engage in 3 actions. First, hit the like button. Second, subscribe to help us reach 5,000 subscribers. And third, leave a comment with the number 99. This number will emit a potent signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video. Remember, if you are indeed a chosen one, you will watch this video until the end. Deep down, your spirit already recognizes that this message is meant for you. If you are not ready to embrace this truth, you may not reach the end of the video. But for those who do stick around, your life is poised for a significant transformation. Now, let us explore an incredible truth about the certainty of divine promises. Envision a life free from the relentless anxiety of making ends meet. A life where financial struggles are no longer an everyday concern. God's promise to you is unmistakable. Your financial freedom is not just a distant fantasy, but a reality that is unfolding right in front of you. This divine assurance signifies that the burden of financial worry has been lifted from your shoulders. God is intervening to offer you not merely assistance, but a complete transformation in your relationship with wealth. It is no longer something you need to chase. It will flow effortlessly into your life. This is not a fleeting promise. It is a profound assurance from God that your wealth is not only on its way, but will also endure. It is as though God has marked your future with a divine signature, proclaiming, "I've got this." Once you grasp this truth, the gates to financial blessings will be thrown wide open, guided by divine hands. This marks a turning point in your life toward abundance, and it is a promise that no financial hardship or setback can ever alter. Allow yourself to feel the weight lift from your heart and soul as you recognize that God's provisions are boundless. There is no need to fret about the source of your income or how it will manifest. God has already constructed a path that will lead you to unimaginable wealth. Trust in this divine declaration, understanding that this is the pivotal moment when your financial narrative takes a positive turn. For years, you may have carried the burden of constant anxiety regarding your finances, wondering where your next breakthrough would arise. But now, God is taking over. It is no longer your job to figure everything out alone. The responsibility of managing your wealth has shifted to divine hands, and this shift offers a tranquility that can only arise from trusting a power greater than yourself. When God takes control, your worries dissipate, and His divine wisdom guides you toward a path of prosperity. Consider the relief of knowing that you no longer need to stress over where your financial breakthrough will originate. It feels as if a burden has been lifted, and the fog of uncertainty that once surrounded you is now gone. God, who sees all and knows all, is orchestrating every detail of your financial journey. With God steering the course, you can finally rest, confident that wealth will arrive in abundance and more than enough to meet your needs. Take a moment to contemplate how liberating this new reality feels. Devoid of financial stress, secure in your financial future, and aligned with God's perfect plan. The road ahead is not only clear, it is illuminated by divine favor. You have placed your trust in Him regarding your journey, and now He is opening doors that lead to limitless opportunities. For far too long, you may have felt imprisoned in a cycle of financial hardship, endless striving, sleepless nights, countless sacrifices. But now is the time to release those old weights, for God is stepping in to end the struggle. His abundant provision is already at work in your life, altering the course of your financial future. What once appeared impossible is now on the verge of becoming your reality. This is your invitation to enter a new season where wealth and provision flow freely. You will no longer be characterized by struggle. Rather, you will be defined by God's faithfulness to provide for you abundantly. The doors that once seemed closed are now wide open, revealing opportunities and blessings beyond your imagination. God's provision encompasses more than just financial gain. It restores your peace, joy, and hope for the future. Embrace this new chapter of your life wholeheartedly. Know that the tough times are behind you and the era of struggle is over. God's abundant provision is your new reality. All that is required of you is to trust and take that step forward into the incredible future He is curating for you. It is a transformative realization when you understand that God is now at the helm of your finances. This is not a fleeting thought. It is a profound truth. Resting in His promise means recognizing that the burden of financial pressure is no longer yours to bear. God, in His infinite wisdom, is actively directing your financial choices and orchestrating everything in your favor. Your only responsibility is to have faith in His capability to provide. Imagine the peace brought by knowing that all your needs will be met by God. Your role is simply to take a step back and let Him act. The stress, anxiety, and fears that once clouded your perspective will now evaporate as you grant Him full oversight. The result? A life of abundance in which every need is fulfilled and every wish is granted according to His will. Trusting in God means resting in the assurance that He will not let you down. As you welcome this divine peace, your heart will overflow with gratitude and joy. There is no need to worry or scramble anymore. God is already ahead of you, preparing the way for blessings to cascade into your life. Rest in His promise, knowing that your financial situation is safely in the best possible hands. Can you envision a reality where wealth comes to you effortlessly, exceeding your wildest aspirations? That is the promise God is extending to you. His provision stretches beyond your most extravagant dreams. What you once believed to be beyond reach is now within your grasp. Not just a small fortune, but an abundance overflowing, blessing both you and those around you. This is not transient wealth. It is the kind of lasting, sustainable abundance that God guarantees. He is not merely blessing you for today. He is establishing a legacy of wealth that will be passed down for generations. Imagine standing on the shores of an immense ocean of blessings, waiting to dive in and receive all that God has prepared for you. No barriers, no limits, just a continuous flow of divine favor. Step boldly into the extraordinary, for the wealth God has planned for you is far grander than you could ever imagine. Trust that His plans for your prosperity exceed your wildest dreams, and watch as He opens the floodgates of heaven, pouring out blessings that will forever alter the trajectory of your life. Divine wisdom surpasses human understanding. While you may not always see the way forward, God does. He knows the exact source of your prosperity and the ideal pathway to follow. This is where trust becomes paramount. When you rely on God's plan, you surrender to the notion that He is the ultimate source of your wealth and will guide you to it in the most unexpected yet perfect ways. Consider this for a moment. When you release the need to control everything in your life, you open the door for God to operate in miraculous ways. You may not grasp the how right now, but you can be confident that God is working behind the curtain to bring the resources and opportunities into your life that you need. Trusting God means recognizing that He is both the source and the one who guarantees that your prosperity will materialize. It is time to let go of worry and the obsession with how things will unfold, and instead, embrace the journey with a heart full of trust. When you align your will with God's plan, He will reveal the way forward one step at a time. Your prosperity is already in motion, unfolding precisely as intended. Each struggle you have encountered has been preparing you for this pivotal moment, the time when God intervenes and transforms your entire financial future. You will no longer be trapped in cycles of scarcity. God's divine intervention is here to elevate you from hardship to triumph. It's not merely about overcoming financial obstacles. It's about entering the fullness of what God has in store for you with confidence and peace. Your past challenges were merely stepping stones toward present success. Everything you have experienced has shaped you for this breakthrough moment. As God steps in, He transforms your hardships into victories. This is your opportunity to rise, prosper, and claim the success that has always belonged to you. The hard work, dedication, and faithfulness you have exhibited are now being rewarded in unimaginable ways. Embrace the success that God is crafting for you. It is not solely about personal wealth. It is about the transition from mere survival to flourishing with God's hand upon you. Your success is assured. You have earned this moment, and now it is time to experience the fruits of your faithfulness. Imagine wealth that extends beyond your lifetime, creating a foundation that benefits not just you, but also your children, grandchildren, and future generations. God is constructing a limitless, enduring foundation of prosperity that will not only bless you, but those who follow in your footsteps. That stable and prosperous foundation is deeply rooted in divine favor and is destined to stand the test of time, continuously growing and expanding. This is not about a fleeting fortune, but the establishment of a legacy, something that will continue to bless your family and community long after you are gone. By trusting God and remaining obedient to His will, you secure not only your future, but that of your descendants as well. Imagine the joy and pride your children will feel, knowing they are benefiting from a foundation of divine wealth that was initiated by your faith and obedience. As you navigate through life, know that this unshakable foundation will guarantee that you will lack nothing. Generational wealth is not merely about financial resources. It is about creating a ripple effect of prosperity, blessings, and opportunities for those you love. God is constructing this foundation, a promise that will carry your family through all seasons of life, untouched by external challenges. God's intervention is transformative. What once seemed like a stagnant financial future is now being reshaped by His divine hand. Whenever God enters the equation, everything changes. The impossible becomes possible, and the barriers that obstructed your path will collapse under the weight of His power. You will no longer experience feelings of entrapment in a cycle of financial frustration. God is actively at work, redirecting your financial journey in ways only He can. Think of the countless accounts of individuals who have seen their lives drastically transformed by a moment of divine intervention. From the depths of struggle to the heights of unprecedented success, God's hand can reverse situations instantly. Just as with them, your financial narrative is being rewritten. Where you once perceived limitations, God now sees opportunities. Every setback is transitioning into a stepping stone, and every challenge is becoming a catalyst for growth. Take solace knowing that God is in the process of crafting something far beyond your current understanding. His intervention in your financial situation is more than simply achieving wealth. It redefines what is possible. Your future is now sculpted by divine hands, and the possibilities are endless. With each blessing that arrives, there often comes a measure of responsibility. As your wealth increases, so will the expectations of others. There will be those who question your success, criticize you, or even envy what God has done for you, but understand this. The responsibility inherent in divine blessings is not a burden, it is a privilege. God is entrusting you with wealth not for personal indulgence, but to impact the world positively. In moments of criticism, remember that the blessings you receive are not solely for your own benefit. They are intended to enrich the lives of others. People may doubt you or ridicule your journey, but they are simply witnesses to God's work in your life. Their skepticism highlights that they do not yet comprehend the fullness of God's favor, but in due time they will recognize the fruits of your success. Throughout it all, remember that you are called to be a steward of these blessings, utilizing them to uplift others and spread God's love. Embrace the responsibility that accompanies success. It is not only about amassing wealth, but using it for a higher purpose. As you rise, your capacity to serve, bless, and create a lasting impact grows as well. Your wealth is a potent tool, one that God is placing in your hands for His kingdom. There was a time when others may have scorned you, doubted your potential, or belittled your aspirations. They witnessed your struggles, setbacks, and perhaps dismissed your dreams as unrealistic. However, as God begins to transform your financial reality, you will see those who once looked down on you become amazed by the abundance now flowing into your life. Your success will become undeniable, and they will find it impossible to overlook the evidence of God's work in you. This transformation isn't merely about proving others wrong. It is a testament to the power of God's favor. When He blesses you, it serves as a testament to His goodness and faithfulness. As your financial situation shifts from scarcity to surplus, your life will embody a living testimony of divine intervention, prompting those who once doubted you to acknowledge the remarkable change God has enacted in your life. While you may encounter moments of skepticism, recognize that these are the very individuals who will witness your elevation. Your achievements will reflect God's glory, inspiring others to trust in His provision. No longer mocked, you will emerge as a beacon of hope, a living example of God's transformative power. Wealth, when aligned with God's will, becomes an incredible instrument for spreading love, compassion, and generosity. It is not merely about accumulating riches for self-indulgence. It is about harnessing what you have been given to bless others. God is not merely providing you with financial abundance for your own benefit. He is empowering you to expand His kingdom on earth. The wealth He grants will enable you to spread love, care for those in need, and make a tangible difference in the lives of others. Consider the impact you can create when your wealth is utilized to serve, whether by providing for your family, supporting charitable causes, or empowering others to realize their dreams. Your financial blessings are a manifestation of God's love in action. With every dollar, each opportunity, you have the chance to advance His kingdom and make a meaningful contribution to those around you. Let your wealth be a reflection of God's heart. As He blesses you, utilize those blessings to bring hope and joy to others. The objective of your wealth is not self-centered, but rooted in making a profound impact. When you view your prosperity through this perspective, you will discover a deep sense of fulfillment and joy derived from knowing that your wealth is being utilized for a higher purpose. The past is behind you. All failures, missteps, and missed opportunities hold no sway over your future. Now is the time to embrace the abundance that God is pouring into your life. Do not allow past difficulties or feelings of inadequacy to deter you from claiming the wealth and blessings that are rightfully yours. God has forgiven you, healed you, and prepared you for this very moment. It is your time to shine. The path ahead is filled with limitless possibilities, and your history serves only as a stepping stone to the greatness that lies ahead. Release the shame, guilt, and fear that may have held you captive. Embrace the truth that God has redeemed you and is now setting you up for success. The past no longer comprises your narrative. What truly matters now is the extraordinary future God has already laid out for you. This is the time to break free from the chains of the past and step into a new season of abundance. Your future awaits, and with God by your side, you can walk boldly into it, confident that He has already paved the way for your success. Obedience to God is the key that unlocks the doors to His blessings. When you align your life with His will, you open yourself to the wealth and opportunities He has arranged for you. Your financial prosperity is intrinsically linked to your willingness to adhere to God's guidance. It is not merely about requesting blessings. It entails being obedient to the promptings He provides. Reflect on the times you have followed God's lead and witnessed His provision. Each act of obedience has been a stepping stone toward greater wealth and fulfillment. The more you align with His will, the more He will bless you, not only with financial success, but also with peace, joy, and purpose. Obedience signifies trust. Trust that God knows the best path for your life and will guide you where you need to go. As you persist in walking in obedience, know that your financial breakthrough is already in progress. God's will for your life surpasses anything you could envision. When you yield to His guidance, He will take you to places you never thought possible. This is your moment, the moment you rise from the struggles of the past and step into a future brimming with wealth, abundance, and opportunity. God has not merely set you up for personal prosperity. He has positioned you to establish generational wealth, a legacy of prosperity that will flourish for generations to come. No more struggles, no more fighting to merely survive. God has already provided a pathway leading to your financial success. Now, it is your time to step into that reality. Your ascension to wealth is not solely for your well-being. It is for your children, your grandchildren, and the countless generations that will follow. You are laying the groundwork for a future that will thrive long beyond your life. The moment to rise is now. God's promise of generational wealth is not merely aspirational. It is a reality that is unfolding right before your eyes. Trust in His plan and observe as your life transforms into a beacon of success and plenty, not just for you, but for generations to come. God's promise to you is a liberating life free from financial anxieties. He is proclaiming that the struggle you have endured is over, and your future is secure in His hands. No more restless nights spent worrying about how to make ends meet. God has already plotted the course to your financial freedom. All that remains is for you to move forward in faith, trusting that He will provide for you abundantly. The days of uncertainty, doubt, and fear regarding your finances are behind you. As you enter this new season, understand that you are no longer constrained by the burden of financial stress. You are now living under the security and provision of a loving God who deeply cares for you and knows your every need. Whether it is providing for your family, settling debts, or realizing your dreams, God has already made a way. This is a divine assurance. Your wealth, your provisions, and your future are secure. God's blessings do not represent a one-time occurrence, but rather an endless supply that will never run dry. Think of it as a ceaseless stream that continually nourishes your life, meeting every need you may have. This journey is not about your relentless pursuit of riches, but about God's capacity to grant you everything necessary for a fulfilled life, to be a blessing to others, and to fulfill His purpose in this world. This promise guarantees that financial anxieties will never return. Your wealth is now woven into God's plan for your life, and He will ensure its sustainability. Trusting in His promise means resting in the confidence that God has already arranged for your prosperity. Take a moment to step back, breathe, and recognize that your life is set for abundant blessings. The path ahead is filled with provision, and the joy that accompanies knowing your financial security lies in God's capable hands. Financial stress can be overwhelming, but today God is telling you that you do not have to shoulder that burden any longer. He is stepping in to assume responsibility for your wealth and is ready to bring you the peace and prosperity you have yearned for. Just imagine living day after day without the shadow of bills, debt, or uncertainty hanging over you. God's divine intervention is on the brink of liberating you from the grip of financial strain. This is the moment of divine transformation when God takes the reins and begins to handle the complexities of your financial journey. You no longer need to worry about how bills will be paid, where the next opportunity will arrive from, or if you will ever achieve financial stability. God knows your heart, your needs, and your desires, and He is taking control. The stress that once consumed you will no longer hold sway in your life. As God takes over your financial matters, He will guide you to opportunities you could never have imagined on your own. His guidance will unlock doors that you once thought were shut, and your financial future will align with His perfect will for your life. You will witness how naturally everything begins to fit together, as if by divine orchestration. Release your apprehensions and relinquish the need to control every detail of your financial situation. Trust that God is in charge and that He is managing everything on your behalf. This is your opportunity to escape from financial stress and to embrace the peace that comes with knowing that God is taking care of your wealth. At times, the most challenging task is to step back and trust that God is overseeing every detail. We often attempt to manage every aspect, controlling how we will generate income, how we will reach our financial aspirations, and when we will achieve success. But today, God invites you to step back and let Him lead. Your financial triumph does not rest solely in your hands. It is guaranteed by Him. When you surrender and trust God, you position yourself to receive the blessings He has prepared for you. Trust is an act of yielding, giving up your worries, doubts, and control over the situation. It is in this act of surrender that God begins to perform His miracles. The struggles you have endured will begin to fade as God transitions you into a season of financial success that transcends your expectations. This divine guarantee is not solely based on your efforts. It emerges from God's provision and unwavering faithfulness. As you step into His plan, you will experience a shift in your financial circumstances. Opportunities will flow your way, and doors will open effortlessly. You will glance back and realize that God's provision has far exceeded anything you could have anticipated. His promise ensures that you will not lack, and that your success is assured. Trust in God's ability to navigate you through challenges and into a realm of abundance. When you relinquish control and embrace His plan, you will witness your financial success materialize in ways that can only be attributed to His active work in your life. Divine intervention is more than a simple relief. It acts as the catalyst for an entire transformation in your financial future. When God steps in, what once seemed impossible becomes attainable, and barriers crumble. Divine intervention does not merely assist you in making ends meet. It grants you wealth beyond your greatest dreams. It signifies a complete alteration in your financial reality, one that is brimming with opportunity and abundance. The potency of divine intervention implies that God can open doors that human efforts cannot. It ensures that your financial future is no longer restricted by your current circumstances. God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating blessings, aligning opportunities, and opening doors to unimaginable wealth. Your financial journey will no longer revolve around struggle, but rather around extraordinary provision and divine favor. Picture yourself receiving opportunities, financial windfalls, and blessings that you never thought would be possible. Divine intervention elevates you from scarcity to surplus, from hardship to abundance. It is not based on luck or happenstance. It is rooted in God's goodness. This intervention signifies the conclusion of your financial strife, marking the commencement of a period of overflow and abundance. You will come to realize that wealth beyond your wildest dreams is no longer a distant aspiration. It is your present truth. God has been meticulously preparing